Okay, I'm gonna analyze my new personal best that I got literally like half an hour ago. And yeah, I wanted to do like a commentary like I did with my other PB, but I decided to just do this instead, analyze it, go over it with like a kind of slower paced video. So this is gonna be in the description of this video. It's unlisted because I wanted this to be on the channel instead, where I just analyze it. But yeah, let's just start with the run. I'm actually just gonna hyperanalyze this for a second. Go back like 2 frames, not 2 frames, but go back a couple frames. See this cat? This is the background of my wall. I did not mean to click on that button. So when I'm resetting, this cat pops up. When all my instances are gone, instead of seeing the dirt background, you see this. This little bell is where my cursor is when I was playing. You can't see it when it's on this scene, so that just helps people watching my stream or video see it. This right here is a repeating GIF of artists I really like, Clairo, and since there's open space here, when I'm listening to music, a little Spotify box pops up. Just had to like explain that. And my lock, you can see, is a picture of a girl. It's also Clairo. Um, but this instance right here, the little island, is the one that is the PB world. Um, Also, you saw a little cat with a tongue out. That's when I do thin, when I do my screen to be thin. So here, I'm scanning for buried treasure using the pie chart. When this orange spike is like, I can't really explain it that much, but it's when it's like big, like this. Usually there's gonna be a a block entity, and a block entity, for example, would be a chest, which buried treasure is. It could also be like spawners or other stuff like Minecraft chests, which would be, you know, not what I would want. But also, it's thin, and like my screen isn't big. It's thin like this. It's like compressed. Um, it's because it helps you better know what chunk it is in. I'm really bad at using this, and I should really get better. But when I have it thin like this, there's like a picture hiding here of a silly cat. But yeah, you can see I think it's here in this chunk. It's actually over in this chunk, which is pretty obvious if you just look at the pie chart. But I wasn't obvious to me. So here I go underwater. And if you've ever played Minecraft and you've been underwater, you have these little bubbles here that go down slowly. And when they're all the way down, you start drowning and eventually die if you don't get the air. So I think it's in this chunk. I instantly see it's not in this chunk. So as I'm spinning around, all the three sides of the chunk I've spun around have been big orange. And usually what that tells me is that there's gonna be a buried treasure here. But I do this, there's nothing. So I realized that it's in the chunk where it actually is. And since I've been underwater, already 3 bubbles are gone. 4 actually. So I'm gonna die. But I decide to go over here. Here I'm on 9-9. You can see up there, it's 9-9 in chunk. Buried treasures always spawn in 9-9 of a chunk. So, like, chunks they're actually in. So, I know it's here. And I have 3 barrels left when I start mining, and they go down fast. So, I already start taking damage, but I just keep mining and mining. 3 sand blocks, very fun. And we get a pretty alright buried treasure. Food's kind of bad. Let me pause here. I just put up my settings, putting Quake FOV to Quake Pro so I can just see everything. Not everything, but I can just see a lot more. And I put entity distance on 500, which helps with finding Bastion. But I will pause here for like 2 or 3 seconds, just thinking of what I'm gonna do. I'm on 1 heart. I have everything. If I die here, my items are probably gonna like flow up. If I die in the hole, they're most likely just gonna stay in the hole, is what I'm thinking. So I just paused. You can see I'm paused, and then I decide to just die. I go back to my loot. I should have reset when I died. but I didn't. For some reason. So I lose time on having to go back and grab my items. I have 1 TNT, I have 5 fish, not 4. I have, yeah, I have pretty alright loot. Should have made a iron pressure plate and just made a gold shovel instead, because gold shovels are faster, and I don't know, it's now just I will have more. I'll have 2 instead of 1 to, like, I guess, more trades. Um, but I kind of waddle around trying to find where to place the TNT. I think this is an alright spot. You'll get 3 logs here and logs from the tree behind me, which is the birch tree. Well, yeah. Clear my inventory. I make it so that I have 11. Uh, since I have 12, I make it so I have 11 iron instead. Basically, just to craft better, I guess. Not really a particular reason, just to, like, craft better, I guess. Um, I opened my recipe book because I'm gonna do tab crafting, which is a kind of cool strategy. I used to do this. I think I do this in my old PB. I'm not completely sure. Haven't checked, but I used to be really bad at it. So I decided to switch back to normal crafting without using the recipe book. I'm pressing tab and space, because when you press tab, I don't know really why is it not called space crafting? Because you press tab, that which makes this one be selected, and then when we press space, you open or either close it. So yeah, tab crafting, for some reason it's called. But yeah, I opened this so that it's basically set up, and I'll explain what tab crafting is a bit more when we get to it. I craft only 1 set of sticks because I got 2 sticks from leaves, and I don't have any reason to make more because I'm not gonna make a sword. So yeah, I have enough sticks for all my tools. So you can see I set up an axe and a shovel, and I press space. My cursor is right there. When you have the recipe book open, press space and it gets sent right on this, which is basically why people use it, and that's why it's good. So you can see, alright crafting. I make it so that my bucket's in my offhand. I do this for portals. It's really beneficial when doing portals. I would recommend it. Also, it puts like, it makes you have more inventory hotbar space. I craft doors, and I craft both with my what's it called, birch. I have 15 planks, um, which is enough for 5 beds, and I don't need to grab any more wood because I'm banking on there being or us getting glowstone in the bastion for respawn anchors for more explosives. Um, but yeah, I see that there's magma here, so that's pretty rare. Not rare. You can see this is kind of a bad magma ravine, and there probably isn't going to be anything in here. I have, like, this one I'm looking at, and this 2x1, and here, that, and all of these seem like bad options because they're super close to the edge of the ravine, and they most likely don't really have any lava under them. But I said to still just send it. I do the average 2x1 setup, and you can see here how you barely can see it right there. It's a 1 deep lava, meaning I have to do a special portal to yeah, just do a special portal um for this to be fast, you know. You can see this door right here. It's just gonna I'm gonna get it, place it down here, place my lava. Then when I break this, it for some reason goes this way, and I don't pick it up. I need that door for this portal to work, and I don't notice it until, like, right after I grab the lava source. I notice it. The reason you need that door is because since it's only 2 or 1 deep, you're gonna place the door here so you can have access to these 3 blocks of lava sources to place at the bottom. So you can see here, I pause because I realize I don't have a door, and I think about it. I place 2 blocks where the door would be, and I pause again. This run has a lot of these random pauses where I just I just think instead of just doing it. I think, and it's kind of bad. But I grab this source and I clear the water. There's no water, so I can break these and get these, which I would have had if I had the extra door. Like I would have had it faster and better. But Scuffed Portal, it's whatever. It's low 2, which is fine. I really don't really. Oh, that was really weird. I don't really play for these enters. And this is a bad overworld, but I decided to just check the nether, and I have a bastion. Right where I'm looking, there's a bastion. Let me go back, because it's really quick. Right here, you can see fortress. So we have a fortress and we have a bastion. Good nether. Decent nether. I don't see it, so I make it so that I will have my pie chart on like the spawner thing, to where you like will find it later. After, like in the bastion, you'll like do stuff to find the fortress or the direction of the fortress. But then I just see the fortress right here, so I'm like, okay, I didn't have to do that, but I always do it. I usually do it before I even enter the nether, but I didn't do this time. I don't know, it's really weird. Right here, really quickly, I do this super fast. Open my F3 direction I'm looking, east, and then I just do this to see that it's north, so it's northeast. That's where the bastion is, northeast. It's more north, so it's more north where the bastion is. So, but I just have that in my head. Um, it's a housing bastion, best, fastest bastion, best bastion, some might say. Um, I don't know. It's my favorite bastion. It's the one that's least painful. Um, okay, so this is really weird. Uh, this bastion route is really weird. I think there's a couple of reasons for this. There's one thing right there of magma, which they won't step on. Two pigs here, Hagelin. I placed lava there, which actually I think it places, yeah, it places not where I placed it. So if I just go back, this is stupid. I should just do this. If I go back and you can see where I place, it actually places there and starts flowing here. This Hagelin doesn't burn when I place the lava. Instead, it just walks into the lava and dies. So I decided to go over here instead of, since there was a Hagelin, I didn't want to get knocked in, so I didn't do any block placements. Break the chest to anger them. I think it's here for some reason. I'm really confused though. So I decided to grab it, which it grabs, but it's not there. So I think this also kind of messed with the pigs. I only get like one pig from here, and I realized that that's happened, but I think it's not gonna do anything. Um, but it does, and it's kind of sad. I have like no pigs this run. It's really such a bad route, or such a bad bastion, and yeah, it's a bad bastion in general. So yeah, I would do where I was just standing, make a hole. But I've stopped doing that, and now I just do this hole, which is like basic standard housing hole. I like this better, I guess. And I just, yeah, you just do it. I accidentally grab gold, which is kind of silly, but pretty standard. Kind of bad since I have no pigs. Clear my inventory. You can see I realize I have 15 planks, so I'm not gonna get any more wood. I guess you would preferably have uh 18 for 6 beds instead of this, but you know, I don't, and I'm in the Crimson, so I could have mined wood, but I just don't do this. Here, I mine this. I see a big chunk of gold, so I'm gonna do the thing where you check trades and just see what you have. But I don't. Instead, I'm like, they can just trade, and I'll probably have what I need when I come back. So I'm gonna go up. I check my F3 again to note the direction of where the fortress is. It's north. I'm having northeast in my brain, and it just messed with me. So I'll go up here, and you can't see the fortress. You can't see the fortress. This is I should prolang right here, just throw a pearl, but I don't, cause I don't see it, and I'm very confused. I'm very worried that I was thinking, or if I like misremembered, I saw it in a different direction, you know. So I don't know. I'm just scared. But I grab this chest, get some Abi, um, throw the gold to distract these. No Abi, throw a gold armor to distract them. More gold to distract them. Still no Abi. Get string though, which is pretty nice. Didn't end up needing it, but I get a pearl trade from this guy. Kind of nice. I only have how many is that? 11 pearls. I finally do a pearl hang. Basically, you throw the pearl, lower your under distance. When you up your under distance back to like 16 or something, what you would do, it will just put you where the pearl lands. So you can be like pretty far away from the pearl, and when you just put up your under distance, you're just gonna be where it lands. They're just finished trading, like right when I came down, and I checked my trades. Can I get one look at here? I have 3 fire s already splashed one. I have 20 Albi, and I have a bunch of string and a bunch of glowstone, so this is fine. I leave right now, and exactly what I do. I just didn't see my Albi, so it took a bit before I unhung it. I see the fortress. I was thinking Northeast, that's why I was going this way, but I saw it, which kind of saved me. Um, but yeah, I see it. I decided to go to 6 chunks to do a thing called dynamic RD to get more strays. It doesn't really end up working, and I don't really end up doing it. But it's fine. Craft this from more blocks. Really nice block is coarse dirt because you can just duplicate it with gravel. I hear a guy, and then I see him. He's just chilling up here. So that's fine. But he doesn't drop. Sad. So you can see me trying to do some dynamic RD stuff. It doesn't really end up working. So I just go back to 6. Yeah. I see a skeleton, and I just see dead ends right now. So that's, not really good. I enter the stronghold at 5:34. I don't think that's my fastest, but I think it's my fastest fort enter, which I'm not sure. I had one run that would have been under 5 minutes, which I died before getting to the fort, and the fort was like right where I died. I craft wool so I can craft one bed for place bedding, but this spawner is juiced. I got a 2 spawn, right? I think it was 2 spawn. I got 2 spawn or 1 spawn, whatever. But then I get a 4 spawn, like instantly after. Kill this guy, drops, so I have 2 rods. This guy also drops 3. Kill this guy, doesn't drop. Kill this guy, doesn't drop either. And then I get a instantly after killing those, I get a 2 spawn. They kind of just hit me a lot. Places just hit me a lot this run for some reason. Doesn't drop. Drops 5 rods. I'm thinking about blinding right now. My blind PB is 7 flat. Obviously, it won't be a 7 flat right here, but it can still be low 7, which is pretty good. I have a couple of those. So I just decided to set up my inventory a little bit more, make my portal, and just look behind me. I see another 2 spawn. Like, what is going on? This guy doesn't drop. This guy drops. We are 6 for 11. Average. That's average. You can see that like a couple blazes just spawned again. I decided to place this so I can craft my explosives later, and I decided to do going about and out. I'm not doing bow tie. I'm just helping, or like, I think it's called desync, right? It just helps me measure dice more accurately. I only decided to craft 2 ice because I don't have that many pearls. But yeah, it's fine. I do ISO macro, which basically I hit a button and it just goes, it zooms in on where I'm looking and to better like measure the ice. Because like I want it to be like on the my crosshair to be like on the pixel and next to the black darkest pixel in the eye, to, which is where you're supposed to have it to measure better. So yeah, it's kind of weird, kind of bad measuring, but I see 400 on 75. So I could leave right now, play it risky, but I had to play it safe. And this also was kind of badly measured. I get 90% on, let's see it, 1859, almost 2k. Really bad blind, but it's fine. I craft my beds, um, 5 beds and one anchor. I only have enough for one anchor. I could have made two if I had one more glowstone block. Kill this pig for food. Could have left, but I decided to kill this other guy. I get 3 drops from both. So I have 6, more than enough food. Only needed like 3. I don't know why I grabbed more. But we are back after how many seconds? I think that's 40. No, that's 50 seconds. So 50-second measuring split, kind of bad. But it's fine. I check over here to see if there's better terrain for me to like pearl and stuff. I don't want to be in this fortress all the time. Right here you can see a little bit of red on top, like a brighter red than the netherrack, meaning there's probably terrain there. So yeah, I go over here and you can see pretty open terrain, pretty nice. I do have 3C, which tells me how far I am away from the stronghold. You can see I'm 167 blocks away in the nether. So yeah, I just decided to walk a little bit because there's not really option for me to pearl right here when there's just a bunch of trees and stuff in the way. But here it opens up, so I throw a pearl up here. Do the F3C thing again. I'm 80 blocks away. And here I could see there was like lava right there. If I throw a pearl in the lava, it's gonna be kind of awkward. So I throw it on this tree instead. I could have probably thrown it over the tree and landed like here around that tree. But it could have been better maybe. But I'm 23 blocks away from the stronghold. Here, I'm just basically on it. I have to bridge this way, and then I'm at courts. So I decided to like follow this wall, place blocks, so I can get farther down to have a more likely chance of hitting the stronghold. I'm on 38, which usually puts me into the stronghold. But you'll see what happens. I bridge out, encore, make my portal. What is this? A 918 second portal. And boom, I'm on 42 in this ravine. If this ravine wasn't here, I would have been in the stronghold. So sad, I guess. I get really stressed because usually it's on 90.7%, right? So I think I missed it. I think no chance I've hit it. I've missed it. This runs a reset. But just to be safe, why not just throw an eye down? Or just throw an eye. It goes down. I'm on starter. Could have just dug down. Didn't have to be this. This could have broken and this would have been dead. Spoiler alert, it's a 0 eye. It doesn't break obviously. So yeah, it just floats back up and I grab it, dig to where 4-4 is. In this case, I'm on 4-5, just to not fall down into the, like right here where I'm falling right now is 4-4. This is where the starter will always be, on the 4-4. Just like the BT 9-9, this is 4-4. So I put down my entity distance to 50 and my FOV to 30, and we're gonna do a similar strat to when we did or when we found the BT, but instead we're gonna go for the spawner that's in the portal room. It's a silverfish spawner, so that's also a block entity. That's why this works. I've a bunch of these orange spikes which are not that good. You can see all of them are basically the same. Where the flippity flap would this portal room be? I decided to go here, look this way, and you can see it's like a little bit bigger than the other ones were. So I know where the portal room is probably is going to be. Grab this pearl, which is really good because without this I couldn't have done the zero cycle. Sure, you will see that. There's the portal room, subtemporal room, pretty nice. this is really bad. This is a really bad run, but I decided to set up my inventory. Already crafted my beds, so I don't really have to do that. And I enter. Now, it's a boxed, it's boxed in, so I have to like dig up, which is really bad when I'm always pushing for zero cycle. Every run I play, I always want to do zero cycle, and you can just see what happens. I mess my settings, make them zero settingsable. What am I saying? Here I open my F3 screen. If you look on like this row, it says 56. That means that the top of the terrain where I'm under is going to be 56. And here it says targeted block, it says 52. So I'm gonna mine these blocks and mine this. If you mine this, you'll be out. But I'm looking at 56. Top is 56. So I decided to pro clip to save time. And this is just what you would do when you're doing a 0-1 you're boxed in. I can see that it's a front dragon and it's like a small caged thing. This is so weird. You can see me, I like pearl in to this while placing blocks. So I'm placing blocks behind me. So I get kind of stuck. Um, but I get out. It's a, what is this at 80? Okay, whatever. I decided to just do zero. Okay, you wouldn't do this. What I'm doing right here is not where you would be placing your obby, because that it would be really bad of a zero. So I realized that I placed this one, and I'm like, I pause again to think, because I'm like, okay, this one's dead. But then I realized that I can just go over here, place this, place the bed, and now I'm on the spot I'm supposed to be. So I, set it up so I can stand, and first bed, terrible. I thought it was gonna fly away right there, but it didn't. So this is good. Second bed, also pretty bad. Third bed is like a little bit better, but still bad. This bed's bad. Fifth bed's bad. I have one more explosive, and I hit it, obviously. There's no I'm gonna miss this zero cycle with 6 explosives. And yeah, pretty alright run. That's my reaction. I'm gonna mute because it's silly. But yeah, that's the run. Pure IGT, it's an 1105, but this is an 1116 because of all the small pauses I did to think, which I shouldn't do that, and I normally don't do this, but this was like 20 minutes into my session, and I don't know, I wasn't warmed up at all. But this is crazy. I just thought I would never be able to get sub 13 because I just thought it was bad. Even though I've had paces that could have been sub 11. And yeah, that's the run. Yeah, this video is gonna be in the description and you're gonna get to see it in that video. And yeah, so if you want to watch this without me commentating or analyzing, just watching this run, it's gonna be down there, even though you've watched this far. But yeah, that's my new PV. Sub 10 next, maybe. And yeah, subscribe.